Good morning. So for today's video, I want to present my PowerPoint presentation in 5E model, simulated lesson plan in Mathematics 6. So for my intended learning outcomes, so at the end of the lesson, students will be able to A. Find the volume of a given solid, cube, rectangular prism, rectangular pyramid, cylinder, cone, and sphere. B. Solve routine and non-routine problems involving volumes of solids. And C. Recognize volume as an attribute of solid figures and calculate the volume of simple rectangular prism by counting cubic unit. And for my subject matter, topic, volume, reference, RANU G 2020, volume, teaching mathematics in the intermediate grades, pages 252 to 259, Quezon City, Philippines, Lorimal Publishing Incorporation. And I also add on a reference coming from YouTube. For the materials, PowerPoint presentation, pictures, activity sheets, and chalk. And for the procedure, A. Engage. I give 10 minutes. So, to the whole class, show a presentation related to volume. Number 1, show students the two containers, one filled partly with water. So here are the following question. Number 1, how much water do you think filled in the container? And letter B, wonder aloud how you might know the space is inside the container. And for the number 2, show them as a rectangular prism and teach them how to find the space inside the container using the rectangular prism. And for number 3, compare the two measuring tools. Which of these two measuring tools would be easier to measure space in the container in the glass? Or number 4, what could be the appropriate unit would be used in measuring volume? So magpakita ra ko og duha ka object. It's either tumbler or pixel or anything. And for the possible answers for those questions, some of the students will likely guessing use cup as a unit, or some using liter as a unit, or cubic as a unit, or varied answer. And for the letter B, by estimating and using smaller measuring device. And for possible answer number 2, since the solid figure is a rectangular prism, we can easily find the space or volume inside the container from this given formula. Volume is equal to length times width times height. So, for example, assuming this rectangular prism has its length of 20 cm, a width of 10 cm, and a height of 4 cm. Determine the volume of the water that she can fill inside the container. So, first things first, we need to find the length, the width, and the height. Sa Bisaya pa, ang gitason, ang gilapdon, ug ang kahabugon. So, ang length dira is 20 cm, width 10 cm, and height is 4 cm. So, first, gi-copy ang formula. Volume is equals to length times width times height. So, pasensya day, kaya nasayop diya ang height. So, volume is equal to 20 centimeters, which is the length, times 10 centimeters, which is the width, and 4 centimeters, which is the height. So, multiply ang length of width una. So, 20 centimeters times 10 centimeters is 200 centimeters squared. Times gisuwat ang 4 centimeters, which is the height. So, in order to get the correct volume of the rectangular prism, multiply 200 centimeters squared times 4 centimeters equals 800 centimeters cube. So, nagwonder mo nga nahimo ng cube, it's because ang 200 centimeters square kay gi-add sa 4 cm nanay 1, count as 1. So, gi-plus ang 2 plus 1, so nahimo og 3. So, that's why nahimo siyang cube. And for the possible answer for number 3 question, it is easy to measure the space in the rectangular prism compared to the other container. And for the possible answer number 4 question, We can use cubic meters or liters and cubic centimeters. And for the procedures, B, explore. I will give 10 minutes. So, I will call the activity pair activity, observe and explore. Based on the given formulas below, try to solve the given word problem. So, una is, mao ni ang mga following formulas. Ang una, volume of a cube is volume is equals to E cube. So, when we say E stands for edge. So, A cube. And volume of a rectangular prism is volume is equals to length times width times height. And volume of a rectangular pyramid is volume is equal to 1/3 times length times width times height. And volume of a cylinder, volume is equal to pi radius squared height. And for volume of cone, volume is equal to 1/3 pi r squared height. And for volume of sphere, volume is equal to 4/3 pi r cube. Okay, so here are the word problems. So word problem number 1 is, Ellen has a plastic cube puzzle. Each side of the plastic cube puzzle is 3 centimeters long. What is the volume of Ellen's plastic cube puzzle? Then word problem number 2, Sherwin has a rectangular gift box. The length of the box is 5 meters, the width is 2 meters, and the height is 3 meters. What is the volume of the gift box? And for the word problem number 3, Jason has a vessel in the form of an inverted right rectangular pyramid that has to be filled with water. The altitude of the vessel is 10 inches and the area of the base is 7 by 6. Find the volume of the water Jason can fill in the vessel. And for the word problem number 4, a can of soap is a cylinder with a height of 12 centimeters and a radius of 4 centimeters. Find the volume of the can of soup. And for the word problem number 5, the cone given in the figure is perfume sample bottle. It has the height and radius of 8 centimeters and 3 centimeters respectively. How much perfume can fit in a cone if it's filled? Round your answer to 1 decimal place. And for the word problem number 6, find the volume of the sphere whose radius of 2 feet. Round your answer to the nearest whole number. And for the explain, or letter C, explain, I will give 15 minutes. So first, introducing the following steps and how to get the volume of cube. So we will going to base the word problem 1. So Ellen has a plastic cube puzzle. Each side of the plastic cube puzzle is 3 centimeters long. What is the volume of Ellen's plastic cube puzzle? So E stands for edge of the cube with 3 centimeters. So volume is equal to E cube. Again, E stands for edge. So E cube man. So volume, next step is volume is equals to E times E times E. Manong natulo kay E cube. So katuloon pod ang edge. So next step is volume is equal to 3 cm times 3 cm times 3 cm. So it means katuloon pod nato ang 3 centimeters. So sa next step, volume is equals to 3 centimeters times 3 centimeters. It is equal to 9 centimeters squared times 3 centimeters for the third edge. So 9 centimeters squared times 3 centimeters is equals to 27 centimeters cube. So cube na siya kay giad ang usa ka 3 cm. So ang 9 centimeters squared giad sa 3 centimeters m, which is 1. So 2 plus 1 is equals to 3. So nahimo na siyang 27 centimeters cube. And for the word problem number 2, Sherwin has a rectangular gift box. The length of the box is 5 meters, the width is 2 meters, and the height is 3 meters. What is the volume of the gift box? So, first things first, we need to find the length, width, and the height. So, volume is equal to length times width times height. So, volume is equals to 5 meters is the length there, and 2 meters is the width, and the 3 meters is the height. So all you have to do is multiply the length and the width first. So 5 meters times 2 meters is equals to 10 meters squared times 3m. So ang 3m, that is the height. So 10 meters squared times 3 meters is equals to 30 meters cube. Again, hay mo siyang cube. It's because ang 10 meters squared gi-add sa 3m, which is 3 meters, which nanay usa. So 2 plus 1 is equals to 3. So that's why nahimo siyang 3, or to put it simply, cube. And for the word problem number 3, Jason has a vessel in the form of an inverted right rectangular pyramid that has to be filled with water. The altitude of the vessel is 10 inches and the area of the base is 7 by 6 inches. Find the volume of water Jason can fill in the vessel. So, ang formula sa rectangular pyramid is volume is equals to 1/3 times length times width times height. So, na-proceed tas abos, volume is equal to 1/3, 7 inches times 6 inches, mao na sila ang length and width, then ang 10 inches is the height. So, proceed to sa next step. Volume is equal to 1/3, then 7 inches times 6 inches is equal to 42 inches squared, then times 10 inches, which is the height. So, volume is equal to 1/3 times 42 inches squared times 10 inches is equal to 420 inches cube. Again, let's proceed to another step. Volume is equal to 1/3 times 420 inches cube. So it whole number man siya, so dili siya pwede ma-divide or di siya pwede multiply sa fraction. So we need to put number 1 under the denominator of 420 inches cubed. So mahimo nag 1/3 times 420 inches cubed over 1. So we need to multiply numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator. So 1 times 420 inches cube is equals to 420 inches cube again, still. Then 3 times 1 is equals to 3. So di pa man na ang final answer, we need to divide 420 inches to 3. So the result is volume is equal to 140 inches cube. And for the word problem number 4, a can of soap is a cylinder with a height of 12 centimeters and a radius of 4 centimeters. Find the volume of the can of soup. So, formula sa cylinder is pi, radius, and height. So, we need to find the pi, the radius, and the height. So, ang pi is nagud na siya exact nga value. So, the exact value of pi is 3.1416. Again, ang value sa pi is 3.1416. So, ato na isuwat ang pi is 3.1416 times the radius is 4 centimeters. Nganong nahimo ng duha ka, sorry for the correction, di ay sa radius is nanay cube dira. So, nasayop og butang, wala na butangan og cube. So, 4 centimeters times 4 centimeters times 12 centimeters mao ang height. So, nganong naduha ng 4 centimeters? Because cube na ang dapit diya sa radius. So, sakto di ay. Ang formula sa volume is equals to pi, radius squared, then height. So, pi is, the value of pi is 3.1416 times 4 cm times 4 cm times 12 centimeters. So, volume is equals to pi, which is 3.1416 times, i-times na to ang 4 centimeters times 4 centimeters, mahog na siya og 16 centimeters squared. Then, i-times sa 12 centimeters, which is the height. So, let's proceed to the next step. Volume is equals to 3.1416 times, i-times na to, times, then ato na i-times ang 16 centimeters squared times 12 centimeters, mahimo na siya og 192 centimeters cube. So the answer is, i-times na to ang 3.1416 times 192 centimeters cube is, volume is equals to 603.1872 centimeters cube. Mao na siya ang volume of a cylinder. Okay, then down to the word problem number 5, which is the cone given in the figure is perfume sample bottle. It has a height and a radius of 8 centimeters and 3 centimeters respectively. How much perfume can fit in the cone if it is filled? Round your answer to the 1 decimal place. So, pangitaon na nato ang formula. So, formula of a cone is volume is equals to 1/3 pi r squared dayon height. So, volume is equal to 1/3 pi r squared h, or which is the height. So, volume is equal to 1/3. Ang pi, o say value sa pi is 3.1416 times 3 centimeters times 3 centimeters times 8 centimeters. So, ano na duha ng 3 centimeters? It's because ang radius there kay sa iyang formula na ay squared. So, duhaon na to butang ang 3 centimeters. So, ato na siya i-calculate, ato na i-solve. So, volume is equals to 1/3, 3.1416 times, i-times na to ang 3 centimeters times 3 centimeters is equals to 9 centimeters squared. Then times 8 centimeters, which is the height. And down to the next step, volume is equal to 1/3, 3.1416 times 9 centimeters squared times 8 centimeters is equal to 72 centimeters cube. So, equals, volume is equal to 1/3, 3.1416 times 72 centimeters cube is 226.1952 centimeters cube. So, that is not the final answer. So, we need to put number 1, the denominator, under the 226.1952 centimeters cube. So, mahimo na siyang 1/3 times 226.1952 centimeters cube over 1. So, we need to multiply 1 times 226.1952 centimeters cube is 226.1952 centimeters cube. Then 3 times 1 is 3. So, all you have to do is to divide the 226.1952 centimeters cube to 3. So, divide, the answer is 75 centimeters cube. 75, 3 are magnaana. Then, round to 1 to decimal places. So, the final answer is volume is equal to 75.4 centimeters cube. And for the last but not the least word problem number 6, find the volume of the sphere whose radius of 2 feet. Round your answer to the nearest whole number. So, the formula is volume is equal to 4/3 times pi r cube, or radius cube. So, again, volume is equal to 4/3 pi r cube. So, volume is equal to 4/3 times, ang pi is 3.1416 times 2 feet times 2 feet times 2 feet. Ngayon nahimo ng 3 kay tungod ang radius is cube. So, katuloon po na to. So, down to the next step, volume is equal to 4/3 times 3.1416 times so i-times na nato ang 2 feet times 2 feet times 2 feet is equal to 8 feet cube. So, down to the next step, volume is equal to 4/3 times 3.1416 times 8 feet cube is equal to 25.1328 feet cube. So, di man gihapon nato siya makuan. So, butangan nato og 1 sa denominator. So, mahimo na sila pareho og fraction. So, 4 times 25.1328 feet cube is equal to 100.5312 feet cube. Then 3 times 1 is 3. So all you have to do is to divide. So the answer is 33.5104 feet cube. So that is not the final answer. Naging mandira is round your answer to the nearest whole number. So round the nearest whole number. So mahimo na siya og volume is equal to 34 feet cube. So, move man ta. So, ang 33, yung katapad is 5. So, we need to round up. So, the 33 become 34 feet cube. And now for the procedure, elaborate. I will give 15 minutes. So, I titled it Board Work Games. So, here's the direction. Group. This is a group activity. The whole class will be divided into 5 groups. Each group will answer the following problem to the board, and the first group who can solve the given problem with a correct answer of board, and the first group will solve the problem with the correct answer. The points will be counted to them, and the group who has the highest score will be declared as a winner. And so here's the problem number 1. It is as you can see there, it is a cylinder. The next one is the pyramid. And the third problem is a rectangular prism. And for the procedure evaluate, I will give 10 minutes. It is an exit ticket and self-reflection. Distribute an exit ticket with 3 to 5 problems for students to solve, where some require proper understanding of formula of the volume to arrive at the correct answer. This will assess their mastery level. Afterwards, ask the students to reflect on their learning using the following questions. So number 1, what was the most challenging part of the learning volume? Number 2, how confident do you feel now about solving problems in following the formula and finding the volume? And explain one way you might use volume in a real-life situation. So for the evaluation, I have here, find the volume of the following. So for the assignment, I will give an assignment based on the topic being presented. Solve the following word problems from 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that is all about my 5E model semi-dated lesson plan in mathematics. Thank you for listening and God bless.